All right.
All right.
I'm gonna see if anybody joins and let's talk some Cincinnati Reds baseball. Listen, I had to come on here and talk. I know there's not going to be many people watching live, but people will see it in the YouTube feed tomorrow, tonight, whenever it is. But that was crazy. That was crazy. I like Terry Francona. I like Terry Francona, but that was crazy. And we can start. The Reds, they lost 1-0. You had a leadoff triple in the first inning. TJ Friedel, um, bad at bat by Espinal, infield grounder about 60 feet. Ellie, strikeout, and then Austin Hayes, I think it was a flyout, but never even got never even got him close to scoring. Later, you had a double by Espinal to lead off the inning, never even got him to third. So you can point to those things early in the game, and um, that's certainly part of it. But the decision to not pinch hit, the decision to not pinch hit. Sorry, I'm just going to tweet out the link one more time. The decision to not pinch hit Santiago Espinal in the ninth inning was just absolutely crazy. It was just absolutely wild. Santiago Espinal has a 552 OPS coming into the game against right-handed pitching. 552 OPS we're talking about. And you hit Connor Joe in the eighth. Connor Joe can't hit right-handed pitching that well. You have Will Benson, who was just named the National League Player of the Week. He's hit 5 home runs in his last 5 games. He had a double last night, and you're playing you're keeping him on the bench to have Santiago Espinal hit against a right-handed pitching or right-handed pitcher. Okay, let's say you don't want to hit Benson. You have Gavin Lux. He rakes against right-handed pitching. Like, what are we doing? And then I don't even think that bothered me as much. I think this is what bothered me. You had Charlie Goldsmith, which credit to Charlie Goldsmith. He actually asked the question. Some of the Reds reporters ask the most ridiculous questions post game. And listen, I know it's not fun to sit there and grill the manager, and you have to kind of be nice because you want access. Um, there was, I think I've said this on a previous stream. There was a week ago, the Reds got shut out. Yeah, they get shut out all the time, 8 times this season. One of the reporters got up there and said, "Hey, you have to feel pretty good though. Your batters took 5 walks. Listen, dude, they scored 0 runs. Can we not give these cupcake questions?" Anyway, I'm getting off the rails here. Credit to Charlie Goldsmith. He asked the question. He said, "What was the reasoning um, to hit Santiago Espinal in the ninth inning?" That's simple. And Francona kind of was like, it was almost like he was caught off guard. He said, "Asked me to explain what?" And Charlie kind of explained it again. And he said Santiago Espinal is one of our best hitters. He's not. Santiago Espinal, if he's one of your best hitters, you have so many issues. That's a crazy statement. That is a crazy statement to call Santiago Espinal one of your best hitters. He has a 77 WRC plus on the season. 52 WRC plus against right-handed pitching with 0 extra base hits. I'm not trying to get on here and crush Santiago Espinal. He's made some great plays. He has a role in this team. He should probably start most days. He's been good defensively. But there's a certain time and place where you got to make moves. Again, if I love Gavin Lux, everybody loves Gavin Lux. Gavin Lux shouldn't hit against left-handed pitching. Will Benson probably shouldn't hit against left-handed pitching. I was fine with him not being in the lineup today. But to say the guy who has a 52 WRC plus, a 552 OPS against right-handed pitching, to say that guy is one of your best hitters at the end of the game and just kind of say, we made the right decision, you deal with it, that's crazy. That's crazy. Again, this team's been shut out 8 times this season. 4 times they've lost 1-0. I mean, if we're looking at the playoffs at the end of the year and you look at those 4 games, 1-0. I mean, come on. You should win 99% of games that you give up 1 run. 99% of games. Oh man, that was crazy. I cannot believe um, that was the decision that was made. Again, this team's frustrating on a whole nother planet. They're just offense. Bailey Falter, you would have thought he was Randy Johnson out there. That guy, you get those leadoff hits and they don't score. Reds couldn't do anything against him. So I don't know. I don't know if anyone has it. And there's not a whole lot of you here. Like I said, I more so just wanted to go live, just to vent. But people will see this in the feed in the morning, probably mostly, but it's almost 11 p.m. at night. But if any of you guys have any questions or vents, leave them in the chat. We'll talk about it for a little bit. I'll stay on here a little bit. But man, that was crazy. I just don't understand it. I don't understand it. And I'm not off on Tito. Like I'm fine. But you have to win games. Like yeah, I don't know. That was just a crazy. I cannot believe they didn't pitch hit. If you lose 1-0 and you throw your best bullets out there and you give it all you got, I just don't understand in today's day and age when you have numbers to back everything up, how you can say hitting Santiago Espinal in the 9th inning down 1-0 with a man on first when he has a 52 WRC plus against right-handed pitching gives you the best chance to win. It doesn't. And then again, it just makes me mad when he says after the game, oh, he's one of our best hitters. He's not. He's not one of your best hitters. It's not. He's hitting, 260. It's not 2,000 where you just batting average is the only stat that exists. He has 0 extra base hits against right-handed pitching on the season. You have Will Benson and Gavin Lux on the bench who rake right-handed pitching. It's just not. It's an easy decision. I think 29 managers make that move. I just don't get it. But that's old school. I guess we're going to have some of that with Tito. I don't know. That was a crazy decision. But I just look at the end of the season when you're gonna look at all these 1-0 losses, and it's gonna be brutal. It's gonna be brutal to see. It's tough to watch. I'll tell you that. It's really tough to watch. But that's really my vent. It's offense as a whole, man. I mean, the offense as a whole is just it's so inconsistent. It's so inconsistent. We're just watching inconsistent offense. We need Ellie to play better. We need Matt McClain to play better. We need Spencer Steer to play better. He's been playing a little bit better. McClain's been playing a little bit better, but still not up to what they should, play to. I don't know. Nick Martinez, he was talking after the game like you would have thought he gave up 6 runs. He's like, oh, Bailey Falter just pitched better than me. I mean, credit to him. He gave up 1 run, pitched amazing. He's been great over the last 5 starts. So just a crazy game. The 1-0 games may kill me by the end of the season. I'll tell you that. If you're new in here, I know there's not a ton of you in here, but if you have questions or comments, drop them in the chat. I'll stay here for a little bit. Just a crazy game. Crazy game. That's all I can keep saying. I just don't understand the decision making in the year 2025 when you have all the numbers you could ever want that says if it's a good matchup or not. I just think that was crazy. The other thing I will say this, the other thing that kind of drove me crazy, TJ Friedl had a 10-pitch at bat where he just battled and ripped a single to right field. TJ Friedl's been pretty good this year. And I was one saying at the beginning of the year, I don't think TJ Friedl should hit leadoff. And he's proved me pretty much wrong. He's been pretty good, pretty consistent. For him to have that great of an at-bat, and again, I'm going to keep saying this, Santiago Espinal has 0 extra base hits, 0 against right-handed pitching. For him to get up there and swing at the first pitch and hit a 22-mile-per-hour doinker to second base, like, what are we doing? As a manager, you're supposed to put your guys in the best position to succeed. You're not putting Santiago Espinal in a position to succeed there. I thought he was going to bunt, which I'm not sure I would have agreed with that decision, but it would have been a hell of a lot better than a ground out to second base. He hit it 90.4 mile per hour right into the ground. I don't understand. Connor Joe, 85.9 mile per hour in the 8th, ground out. Jose Trevino, 97.2 ground out. He hit it hard at least. Matt McClain, 74.7. I mean, you had 3 right-handed hitters in the 8th face a right-handed pitcher. Like, how do you leave 2 of your best hitters on the team currently on the bench in a 1-0 game? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm gonna browse the OLX app, see what everyone else has to say, but it's just it's just one of those games you're gonna look back at, and if we look back at the end of the season and this team misses the playoffs by two games, that's a game you look back at and say, just like, why? Just why? But again, I'll just keep saying, I think with Terry Francona, I think he's got some of that old school mentality about him, and he's going to be like, sometimes the analytics don't matter. And sometimes you just hit the guy with the 260 batting average that can't hit right-handed pitching. I don't know. Anyone have any comments, questions, concerns? Just a frustrated night, man. At least I can come on here and just vent it out. Just vent it out. Talk about what a crazy move that was. What a crazy move that was. Ellie, I don't know, man. I think he's going to be fine. I think we all keep waiting for Ellie to just get crazy hot and have a week like Will Benson just had. I think it's coming. I know everybody wants to see it. We all want to see it. Ellie, he's got the talent. It's going to come. I think it's going to come. I don't think he's just going to keep being a below average. Like his WRC plus right now is a little below average, which I would have never guessed before the season. But I think he's going to come. But it is a little concerning that ever since the start of the year he's struggled quite a bit. Matt McClain's really struggled. This team it's just a lot of inconsistency offensively. Just a lot of inconsistency offensively. So you shouldn't lose as many times as you've lost with the pitching being the way it is. Let me dive into some of the game notes here. I'll read off some game notes here. The game notes always interest me, and there's some crazy ones with this Reds team. So obviously they'd come into the game winning 5 straight. They were 6-7 in May. They're 6-8 against left-handed starting pitching this year, which it seems like this team never can hit left-handed pitching. Remember when 2 years ago when we had the debates all season when Kevin Newman was raking against left-handed pitching, everyone was like, why is Kevin Newman playing? Well, at least he hit left-handed pitching. It feels like every year this team just never hits left-handed pitching. Maybe that's just me thinking that, but that's sure what it feels like. 1-5 in rubber games. The rubber game thing is infuriating. We never win rubber games, especially when the other team wins the first game of the series. We just never can win the series. One of the only teams in Major League Baseball that's not been swept so far. We got that going for us. The Reds got that going for them. Here's some bad ones. So when leading after 6, here's a good one. When leading after 6, the Reds are 23-3. When leading after 7, 24-2. When leading after 8, 25-3. Now, when the Reds are losing after 6 innings, they're 0-19. When they're losing after 7 innings, 0-20. When they're losing after 8 innings, they're 0-19. Remember the old Rally Reds? We all came to love the Rally Reds in 2023. CES, Marte came up, Matt McClain came up, Ellie came up. The boys were hitting. They'd be down 3. You're like, this game is far from over. The Rally Reds are here. We have Matt McClain with the bubblegum helmet. Will Benson had that incredible year in 2023. Not this team. This is the anti-Rally Reds. They don't rally for anything. 0-19 when behind after 6 innings. That feels impossible to do. It feels almost impossible to be 0-19 after you're behind after 6 innings. You think you'd come back. You think you'd luck into a win at some point. Just luck into one. Nope, not this team. Let's find some other interesting stats on here. When they do not hit a home run, they're 6-14 on the season. When they do hit a home run, they're 19-12 or 19-11 on the season. When they hit 2 home runs or more, 13-3 on the season. The Reds are. It's amazing. This is kind of amazing stat. 5-19 when they've scored 3 or fewer runs. You would think. I feel like 5 wins almost feels like a lot when you've scored 3 or fewer runs. When the Reds have allowed 3 or fewer runs, they're 19-7. 7 losses when allowing 3 runs or less. That's where the offense just hasn't been good enough. It's just frustrating. I don't know. I'm saying the same thing over and over. I just wanted to come on here and do a quick rant. I never go live, so I figured why not. So appreciate the ones who jumped in here. A lot of you guys will probably see this in the morning. I will say thanks for everybody that subscribed, liked, comment, watched. I think I'm close to 900 subscribers on here, which is pretty cool. I just do this for mostly fun. I write for the CincinnatiRedsTalk.com, make a little there, but the YouTube's all pretty much for fun. I know the FanDuel network this year, they just stopped tweeting clips and stopped putting out interviews. So it's a way I can put interviews on here and people can watch what Francona says post game, what they can watch what the players say post game. So anyway, just appreciate everybody subscribing, liking, commenting. The channel's growing a little bit, which has been kind of cool. I'm just kind of winging it. I don't know what I'm doing, but anyway, I just keep repeating the same thing over. Their offense is frustrating to watch, but appreciate you who will tune in tomorrow, see this. Appreciate the ones that have tuned in tonight. That's all I got. We'll do it another time. I'll hop on with maybe Clay one of these weeks. Hop on with my friends Ben and Paul. We'll do one of the Queen City Red shows and go a little longer. It's easier when I have people to talk to, but sometimes I just got to come on here and vent to the screen, And tonight was one of those nights. I'm gonna hop off, watch the rest of the Thunder T-Wolves game. We'll see you. So long. Thanks as always. Go Reds.